It is Tuesday, June 15th, 2021, and this is episode 85 of The War on Morons. I'm Jay.
And I'm Anissa, and welcome to the show where we act like smartasses and laugh at dumbasses.
Starting with the leaders of the Western world.
Oh, you mean we're not going after Florida Man today?
I wish we were going after Florida Man. I wish that, we could use Florida Man right now.
Yeah?
If that's the best the world could do. I mean, have you seen these idiots? The group of seven?
Oh, the G7.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I mean, with Trump gone, and I mean, he's a Florida man, right?
Yeah.
We call Trump Florida man. I mean, with him gone, the G7, it's like the biggest group of fucking idiots ever assembled.
It's like the Avengers, except
it's
not.
the retarded Avengers. I mean, they're all over there. I mean, I can't take my eye off of this shit. I've been watching it all last week. I was just like, I just couldn't wait to see the next fucking the meeting of the morons.
I mean, what are they even doing over there anyway?
Okay, so they're over there. They're talking about all their plans to destroy the world. So of course they're talking about climate change when they're out standing on a literal beach taking weird, goofy, fake, like COVID conscious, group pictures. Like they're out there standing like 6 feet apart.
Oh, creepy!
On a beach that whose sea level has been exactly the same for 100 years.
I mean, aren't all these people supposed to be vaccinated and all that shit?
Oh yeah, we all saw them pretend to get shot. But yeah, they got to talk about climate change. And I'm just hoping for like a tsunami. I don't think they get tsunamis in England, but I was hoping for one. They're talking about vaccine passports and a global tax.
A global tax?
Yeah, they want to tax everybody in the world.
Oh, man.
All the businesses or whatever.
China's watching the G7 and just like, why didn't we think of that?
China's just watching and just laughing.
Yeah.
They're like, Confucius say, you're fucking idiots. I mean, my favorite thing was Boris Johnson. I mean, that guy, like, we talk about Moron Joe all the time. We need to talk about Moron Bo. Because he is the dumbest motherfucker in the English-speaking world. He might be stupider than he looks.
You're saying he's stupider than Joe Biden?
I mean, yeah. Joe Biden.
Shocking.
Joe Biden, sure, he was wandering off, not knowing where the fuck he was. He literally was passing out in the middle of his speeches. He was talking about things that aren't even happening. Like, he kept talking about Libya. And, like, how we gotta go, like, he confused Libya with Syria.
Good God!
And, but, I mean, Boris Johnson, my favorite quote from the entire farce was, he said that whole Build Back Better nonsense that the fucking globalists always say. He goes, we need to build back better in a greener, more gender-neutral, more feminine way.
More gender-neutral and more feminine. Well, that makes sense.
Like Schrodinger's retard. I mean, the whole time, and they're doing all these like stupid activities. It's like summer camp for oligarchs with double-digit IQs.
I mean, when are they going to start hosting the Hunger Games? I mean, when do we cross that line?
I wish I could see somebody eat them. But no, they're out there. They're doing like cocktail parties with the Queen. They're out there. At one point, for some reason, they were all just standing out on the beach. This was after their fake, like, little COVID pictures where they're standing 6 feet apart. Then, like, 2 minutes later, when they think no one's watching, they're, like, hugging each other. They're, like, practically fucking mouth to mouth.
What, did Boris Johnson forget that every inch of his country is covered by CCTV?
Apparently. There's one picture I love. They're just all staring up at the sky because I guess they did like a jet flyover or something. I wish it was the fucking Chinese. But they're doing a jet flyover. They're just like, oh my god, look, planes. And Biden's just like, holy shit, man.
It was at this point when Biden got lost. They were all looking up at the sky and he wandered off towards a 6-year-old holding an ice cream cone.
I mean, he would have. I think they should have done something to keep him busy, like
coloring.
I mean, that's good, but it's probably racist. I think they should have had a talent show.
A talent show.
Yeah, you got the perfect amount of people there for. I mean, all right, hear me out.
Talent shows are awful to begin with. You're suggesting these motherfuckers should put on a performance.
Well, think about it.
Who the hell's the target audience for the G7?
Who's the target audience for any of this shit that they were doing?
Okay,
but this would have been entertaining because you got the Queen there.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck she was doing there. I guess if it's in England, she has to emerge. But like, all right, the queen, and then you got 7 literal mental deficient morons.
Okay.
Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.
Oh my god.
They could reenact it. I mean, you've got think about it. You got let's see, Boris Johnson. He's doofy.
Oh. Well, that actually makes perfect sense.
Joe Biden, he's sleepy. Is that one of the dwarves?
Sleepy is one of the dwarfs, although, I mean, I don't know if Joe Biden's perfect for that role.
He was passing out during the meetings.
Yeah, but, I mean, you could obviously go with sniffy or creepy.
Yeah, or rapey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get creative with it if we're gonna do this
All
thing.
right. Well, moving on. We got Jussie Trudeau. He's commie.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, they're all commies, but he's a fucking commie.
Yeah.
I mean, his dad was Fidel Castro. That's a whole different story. Angela Merkel. That's shaky.
Okay. You know what? That's a little far.
I don't know. Well, we got Slappy, the French idiot, that got slapped in the face the other day. The only one I'm not really sure about is the one I kind of like. I like the Japanese prime minister. He actually cares about his country. I don't think he's a literal moron.
What a nationalist! What a hateful, horrible person.
Squinty, does that work?
You know. You ruined it, of course.
So we gotta move on now.
Yeah, we gotta move on.
All right. Well, what else is going on last week?
Well, last week, I mean, we have to talk about the fact that Jill Biden, she tried her best, folks. Her best isn't very good. We all knew that, but she did try.
She thinks she's the president now.
She tried to prep Joe Biden for the G7. Now, unfortunately, somebody who doesn't have the security clearance of the President of the United States looking over the G7 documents is probably actually a multitude of crimes, but she did give her best effort publicizing the fact that she was the one behind the wheel here.
She was literally sitting behind his desk, sitting behind the presidential desk with she put this on Twitter, on her own Twitter.
Prepping for the G7.
And it didn't say prepping my Alzheimer patient husband for the. It said not prepping for the G7. This woman thinks she's the president of the United States.
Well, Joe certainly isn't.
I mean, yeah, I mean he isn't. He stole it, but I mean. He did get some people to vote for him. At no point was anybody casting votes or stuffing ballot boxes or anything else for the crazy woman that thinks she's a fucking doctor.
Look, I don't know how many Alzheimer's patients you've had the pleasure of meeting, but trying to get them to do absolutely goddamn anything is almost impossible. Never mind run the whole country.
Yeah, well, I mean...
My favorite part of this whole thing, though, was when the House Republicans Twitter responded saying, "Where's Joe?"
Where's Joe? Well, I mean, is there a basement nearby? Is there a nursery school nearby? I mean, he's probably.
Is there a dungeon?
He should be in a fucking dungeon. Oh my god! No, the Jill Biden. You ever see that movie Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah.
Where the dude
lies all the time.
Was it
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, DiCaprio. So he's an airline pilot. He's not really an airline pilot. No. He just impersonates one. It's based on a true story.
Yeah.
So he actually got to fly the plane. He pretends to be a lawyer. He pretends to be a doctor.
Sounds like someone we may know.
I mean, that's Jill Biden. She literally we thought Hillary was bad. This bitch thinks she's president. She thinks she's a doctor. She thinks she's a teacher. All this other nonsense.
I mean, I don't know if she's really on the catch me if you can level. She's not really pulling it off. I would say she's more, master in disguise.
Master?
You know, that movie with Dana Carvey?
Yeah,
a true classic of moron cinema.
Yeah, the one where he turns into a turtle man or whatever.
Yeah, I'm a turtle. I don't know. I haven't seen it since I was 9 years old, but...
No, if I remember correctly, I believe the critics called it an irritating, witless farce.
So that fits. I mean, that fits the bill perfectly.
It did win an award, though. It got the Kids' Choice Award for favorite fart in a movie.
Wow. I mean, if that just doesn't sum up the whole damn creepy first family, I tell you what.
I mean, let's just keep it going. I mean, Hunter's in the news.
Oh, shit.
We could talk about the Bidens for the entire show. We're not going to, people. Don't worry. We'll get to the stack. But, I mean, we got to talk about my guy, Hunter.
Your guy.
Well, I'm not going to say the N-word on this is a family program.
Why would you say the N-word?
Well, he does.
What?
You didn't see the note. So a bunch of his text messages leaked out. Does
anything of this man's not leak out? How does he keep his bodily fluids inside his person?
He doesn't. They're usually in one of the Obama.
Oh God!
No, but like he uses the N word like he's a I don't know, like he's a 10-year-old playing Xbox Live. Like people are saying like, oh, it's a hypocrite. Hunter Biden's racist, and Joe Biden won't stop talking about all this racial equity. It's like, no, I read the text messages. He wasn't doing the hard R thing. He was just he listens to too much fucking Wu-Tang. Is the problem? I think he's like J-Rock. I think he thinks he's black.
Are you seriously saying that the Bidens aren't racist?
Well, I mean, they are.
Yeah.
They are. But Hunter was not being racist in his use of the N-word any more than...
Why don't you just...
Cypress Hill.
Okay, all right. Why don't you just be honest?
He probably bought an N-word pass from his crack dealer.
Why don't you just be honest and tell the people who he was calling the N-word? How about that?
His lawyer. Yes, his
there
lawyer.
It is.
He has the weirdest conversation. Like, I don't...
If it wasn't dumb enough for the son of the President of the United States to use the N-word...
His white lawyer, by the way.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
His $1,000 an hour lawyer. It's like $800 an hour.
Didn't he also send his lawyer dick pics for no reason?
Yeah, he sent him dick pics. Like he acted like it was a mistake. I think his lawyer's name is George. Mm-hmm. And he sent him a picture of, Hunter with his fucking dick just hanging out. And then he goes, LOL, oops, I meant to send that to a girl named Georgia.
Well, it's important that his lawyer have that evidence to cross-reference with the multitude of dick pictures from Hunter Biden that they're no doubt presented with day after day.
Well, then he like wanted to get his opinion on it. He was like, "What do you think? Is it tan? Yeah, that looks pretty good, huh?" And then he gave his dick a nickname.
A nickname?
Well, it was the lawyer tried to say something like it's kind of weird, honestly. He was like, well. He was like, look, man, Hunter, you got to think about what you're doing. Like, think about your brother, your dead brother who loves you. Think about Jesus who loves you unconditionally.
Do you know how low you have to get in life for the only people that people can reference and say, think of this person who loves you is a dead person and God. Nobody else loves you.
I mean, they don't have to deal with them every day.
Damn right.
But yeah, he said they love you unconditionally, and I think he was getting to stop sending your dick to people and using racial slurs every other word.
Because I don't love you unconditionally.
He loves him for like $800 an hour. But he goes, yeah, that's what I call my dick. I call him unconditional.
Okay, this is making me sick.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just move on.
Well, I'm just thinking after all is said and done, maybe Hunter can get a job at CNN.
What?
Well, think about it.
Wouldn't that be a conflict of interest?
Oh, like Chris Cuomo? No, I think he'd fit right in there because the only person in politics or in the media that jerks off in public with more flair is Jeffrey Toobin.
Oh.
Who's back, by the way. He came back. Did you see that CNN brought him back and they actually interviewed him about
I'm surprised they didn't play him out, Like he didn't have Backstreet's back. All right.
I would have played Blister in the Sun.
Yeah, well, that's a good one, too.
But yeah, they made one of the little reporterettes talk to him. And she
was the most uncomfortable interview you've ever seen.
Yeah, she's like, he's out there to talk about...
Have you ever had to look at your coworker in the eye on television and say, so, coworker, about a year ago, you sexually harassed us all by jerking it off live on Zoom. How was that for you?
And he was like, yeah, it's pretty good, actually. I mean, it was hard, but I got the job done.
You know what?